Let me go here. This is taking too much time. So far whatever I explained, this is only purely for non-ABAPers, and ABAPers might have felt bored. Just bear only for this class. Let me quit this.
One question here, the same select option, similar control do you have on the UI side? Any control where you can give that range?
No, we don't have such control like low, high, you mean to say, right?
Yeah. Normally in the reports we have, that is not the only normal about.
We will not have such option, but you can give the option like this. See,
Okay,
basically
Right.
your low and high are nothing but see, one is option is operator, low and high.
Yeah.
So you give in the form of input fields, the operator and value 1, and if value 2 is required, we'll give one more input field. That's all. Okay. Yeah, so it's logging. Let me just, it has to be dealt a little slowly. The server, if I go a little fast, then it comes to the beginning again. Where is this runtime address? It's DPC extension. Go to the back workbench. Yeah. So let us double click on this. Right. So I'm keeping an external debug point at this line. Guys, we already know that this particular URL, go and call that method. Okay, just to prove that, I'm hitting this enter. So I hit this URL, and you can see at the taskbar SAP GUI turning into some different color. So this indicates that the debug point has triggered. So this is the debug point that got triggered, and I can just hit F8 to continue the execution. So I continued the execution in the backend. Okay. So why I have shown you this? So just to remind you that this URL will go and call this method. It will go and call this method. Now I'm going to keep my filter. Okay. So let us take only one filter at a time. So question mark dollar filter equals to salary greater than 10 lakhs. Okay. Now if I hit enter, so this will also go to the same method. So you can see it has executed this method. But now what happens is the OData framework will capture the filters and store them in a predefined input parameter. So it's a predefined input parameter. So the predefined input parameter name is IT filter select options. So in the signature, you might have find this IT underscore filter underscore select underscore options. So it's an internal table basically. So let me show you this during the debug mode. So I'm going to this desktop 3, go to locals here, and if you see there is a IT filter select options table. What is that? Yeah. So this one I am talking about, IT filter select underscore options. So what is this IT filter select options? So this is one of the parameter in the method signature. See, this is the method. This is called method, and this part is called method signature. So in the signature of the method, there will be some parameters, and these parameters are there to help you, not to trouble you. Remember this. These parameters are there to help you. And one such parameter is IT underscore filter underscore select underscore options, which is an internal table. It's an internal table. Now what OData framework will do, the OData framework will capture these filters that you are passing through the URL. It will capture them and automatically store them in this IT filter select option table. It automatically stored them. So let us see how this got filled now. Automatically, I told you, like the OData framework will capture them and store them in IT filter select option table, right? Now let us see how this IT filter select option table got filled automatically by OData framework. So I'm double clicking on this. Now this is your signature parameter, that is IT underscore filter underscore select underscore options. Same thing I kept in the diagram, IT underscore filter underscore select underscore option. Now if you see, this table totally contains two columns. The first column is property. So you can see here, this is the table. The table contains two columns. First column name, what is the name? Property, P-R-O-P-E-R-T-Y, property. What is the second column name? The second column name is select underscore options. Select underscore options. This is the name of the column. Select underscore options is name of the column. Okay. Now remember, the first column, the property column, captures the OData field on which you are applying the filter. So you applied the filter on salary. So you can see the first column is automatically filled with salary. So why it is having salary here? It is having salary here because you applied the filter based on salary. Okay. So this is filled with salary. Now the second column, select underscore options, which is the second column. So this stores a select option table as a value, my dear friends, non-ABAPers. The second column stores the select option table as a value. You already know select option table by this time, right? So this select option table as a value it will store. Now this select option table will have I option is operator which is greater than, and the value is 10 lakhs. Okay, I will show you in the debug mode as well. So let us see if this is true or not. Let's go to the debug mode. Now this is the second column, select option, second column. So it is saying it's again a table. Yeah, I also drawn the table only. So this is a table. Now let us see what is there in this table. Now this table contains sign option low high. So same thing I have drawn here, sign option low high. And you can see sign is filled with I, so even I also filled this with I. Option filled with greater than, so GT, and low is filled with 10 lakhs, and high is blank. Is there any value in the high? No. So same thing here. So this entire thing is automatically done. You no need to do anything. Okay. From the front end, when you apply the filters like this, OData framework will capture these filters and automatically store them in a parameter called IT underscore filter underscore select underscore options. This table has two columns. One is property, second one select options. Property column will automatically fill with the field with which you are applying the filter from the front end, and select option column will be filled with the select option table with the sign as I operator and then value. Okay, like this, for example, you are applying another filter on skill. Okay, so let me show you. And skill space equals to skill space equal to SAP UI5. If you are supplying two filters, then this table will be filled automatically with both the filters. So like this, any number of filters that you are supplying from the front end, this IT filter select option table will be filled automatically. So skill, this is I, this is operator is equal to, and the value is SAP UI5. So like this will be filled. So let me show you by removing the debug point and run it again. So F8, I run it. Where is my, this is salary, okay. And where is the, okay, so let me write and skill space, sorry, yeah, skill only, right? Skill space equals to SAP UI5. Okay, so filter salary greater than 10 lakhs and skill equals to SAP UI5. So let me hit enter now. So I hit enter, the debug point should get triggered. So it has triggered. Now go to desktop 3, go to locals, IT filter select option. Where is that? This is the one. Now you can see IT filter select option is already having two rows, two columns. Double click on that. Have you seen this? So property column filled with a salary and then skill. So is this the same that I have drawn? Salary, skill. Okay. And what about the second column? Second column, if you want to see, you have to double click. So first column is filled with salary greater than this one, right? And second column, skill, is filled with skill equals to SAP UI5. So this is exactly what I have drawn in the diagram, isn't it? Okay, fine. So till here, developer's involvement is 0. What is the developer's involvement till here? It is 0. Developer done nothing. SAP UI5 person has applied the filter to this OData service URL, and the OData framework automatically captured these filters and stored them in this particular IT filter select options table. So my ABAP logic till now is 0. So now the actual logic will start. So please pay attention. So basically what we do is we ask the client how many filters he wants. Okay. So let's say he said 2 filters he wants from the front end as an example. Okay. So in your coding, you will declare 2 select option tables. So this is step number 1. So I'm declaring LT underscore salary, for example. So one select option table I declared, and I will declare one more select option table, that is LT underscore skill. So these are the select option tables that I am declaring from my coding. So select option table means 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I will write my select query like this. Select start from ZB72 underscore employees where salary in So after the in class, you need to get your select option table name. So what is my select option table name? LT underscore salary. And skill in, and after the in class, I will keep my skill select option table in LT underscore skill. Okay. So why are we keeping in a where condition? Why are we keeping the select option table? Because I don't know the operator, I don't know its value. Okay, the operators and the values are automatically filled from the front end, and they are getting stored in this IT filter select option table automatically. So basically my operators are dynamic, my values are dynamic. So both are dynamic. Since I don't know, so I'm using in a where condition, where salary in this LT underscore salary and skill in LT underscore skill. Now the logic is pretty simple, guys. So what we do is we declare a work area for this internal table, and I will loop this internal table. So you know looping, right? So we will loop each record. We loop each record like this. So when you loop each record one by one, for every iteration, okay, for the first iteration, so basically for every iteration, I will cross check the property column. I will cross check the property column. Now this is the row number 1, right? This is the row number 1. In the row number 1, I will check what is the property. Okay. If the property is salary, then what I will do, I will shuffle my select option, which is the second column content. So basically this entire select option table, I will shuffle into this my own declared select option table. So this contents I will shuffle here. So obviously what happens? So this looks like this. This is greater than, and then 10 lakhs. Okay. Again, I will go to the next row. I will check what is this property. If the property is skill, then I will shuffle this content to here. So like this, as many columns that client want to filter at the beginning. Okay. So he will tell on what columns he want to do the filtering. So he will tell. So basing on that, so we'll declare those many select option tables here in the logic. So this is the only logic, guys. That's all. So basically looping this IT filter select option table. So looping this one and shuffling these contents, the select option table contents, into your own declared select option tables, and then write this select query. Over. This is the logic. Over. That's all. Any filter will work. Any filter will work if if you declare all the. So as of now, salary and skill will work. But if you want any number of filters, then you just declare those many select option tables like LT underscore employee ID, LT underscore name, LT underscore skill, LT underscore whatever. So whatever you want, you just declare here. Okay. This is the logic. So whatever I have shown in the diagram, same thing will be converted like logic, guys. Okay. So just give me a second. We have only 4 minutes time. So I'll just take this code snippet. Yep. So let me just share my screen. So I did nothing. I just check in my project code and just kept it here. Just a second. Yeah. So now let me explain this code. Data declaration you will automatically understand. First, let us see the logic. So what is the logic that I told? We'll be looping this internal table. To loop this internal table, obviously you need a work area. All of you observe. So loop at IT filter select option table and keep the each record in ls filter. Now check your ls filter, which is a work area. Now what is this ls filter? Ls filter is a work area which contains every record of this table. So this is one record, this is another record, maybe any number. Now what I am checking, I am checking my first column from this record. So if my work area hyphen property, so property means this first column I am checking. Okay, see, I got this first record. So out of the first record, I need to check this value, right? I need to check this column name. So column name is present under property. So obviously I will write like this, my work area hyphen property. So if it is employee ID, then shuffle this select option content. So work area hyphen select option, which is the second column content, into LT underscore employee ID. What is LT underscore employee ID? Just like LT underscore salary, just like LT underscore skill. So similarly, LT underscore employee ID is a select option table to store employee ID filter. Okay. So similarly, if it is name, select options, LT name. If it is designation, LT underscore designation. So like this, I declared. So in the diagram as of now, you have LT salary, LT skill. So which are here. This is LT salary, this is LT skill. Okay, but similarly I declared so many. And then select star from the table into table ET entity set, because I need to send the result to the front end, where employee ID in LT underscore employee ID, name in LT underscore name, designation in LT underscore designation, skill in LT underscore skill, and salary in LT underscore salary, date of joining in LT underscore date of joining. Okay, so I activated it. Now let us see if the data is getting filtered really or not by applying from here. For example, skill equals to ABAP. Okay, so let's see if we get only ABAP or not. Hit enter. See the skill of each and every person. So I pressed Ctrl F to see the skills. So Anil Abapar. Now second, this is Babji Abapar. So Babji is over, Anil is over, and okay, only 2 members. So out of 3 members, so when we apply the filter, we got only 2 members. So that means the filter is working. Okay. So now let me write the skill as skill equals to SAP UI5. So I should get only 1 record. See, Amit 100001 SAP UI5. See, the filter is working. Okay. So in today's class, you understood the backend part of applying the filter. You understood the backend part of applying the filters. In tomorrow's class, you are going to understand how to call this URL. So we call the OData service URL from the browser, but actually same URL you need to call from SAP UI5 application level. Okay, so how to call the same URL from SAP UI5? So this part you will understand in tomorrow's class. Along with that, sorting also you will understand in tomorrow's class. Okay. All right. So that's all for today, guys. So today we have not written any front-end coding, so you will get only the video.